I'm Mark Rago, past president of the 1492 Society. I want to thank everyone for taking the time out of their day to be here. It means a lot to us, and we appreciate it. The elected officials who are here, thank you so much. At this time, I'd like to bring up the Honorable Angelo Foglietta, who is going to do an invocation for us, followed by the speakers. Thank you so much.
I was asked to do the invocation, so I'm going to ask everyone just to bow their heads. Dear God, we are here today to celebrate our collective Italian-American heritage. I ask God to look down upon all of us, bless us all, bless our families, and we pray for good weather on Sunday. And just want a moment of silence for what is going on in this world. Hopefully, things will be different after election. So, Congressman Brady asked me to say that, by the way. So just bow your heads. Dear God, thank you for all your gifts that you bestowed upon us in our lives. We look forward to serving you in the future. Amen. Thank you all.
Thank you, Jim. This time I'd like to invite Felicia Punzo, if you'll please come forward. Felicia's going to do for us the Italian and the American national anthems, and I'd like to ask everyone to please stand at this time. Thank you. You more comfortable over there? Okay. This time I'm going to call up the 1492 Secretary, Jody Della Barba. Thank you.
Welcome, everyone. Columbus Day is a proud and special day for the Italian community, but not just for those who arrived here recently, but for those who are first, second, third, and even fourth generation. The Italian immigrants who came so many years ago have left an indelible mark on our country and our city, and were instrumental in forming who we all are today. The city of Philadelphia has a sister city with Florence and also a partnership with the region of Abruzzo. We also have many notable people of Abruzzese heritage, including our Congressman, Bob Brady. Who, by the way, if it wasn't for Congressman Brady, we would not be having a parade because a few years back, we had to cancel the parade, and Bob Brady stepped up to the plate, and he got a nice contribution from Jerry Lenfest and started the Traditions Fund, which helps pay for all the parades in the city. The Columbus Day Parade was founded in 1957 by Severina Verna and Americo Di Martinez. It has been the pride to Italians in South Philadelphia and our region. The parade is the centerpiece of the celebration planned by the 1492 Society. There was also a gala last night, the resolution ceremony today, and there will be a wreath-laying ceremony on Monday by the Sons of Italy. Our beautiful parade kicks off at 11:45 at Broad and Morris and proceeds to Broad and Oregon, where there will be a great festival until 6 p.m. Our Grand Marshal is Danny Aiello, who appeared in many films but is best known in the movie Moonstruck. Marconi Plaza is the center of our festivities, where you will not only find a beautiful statue of Christopher Columbus, but also Guglielmo Marconi, who was known as the father of wireless radio. Back in the 70s, Mayor Rizzo dedicated this beautiful plaza as a tribute to these famous Italians and also as a tribute to the Italian Americans in this city. And we have Christopher Columbus with us today, Judge Foglietta. Today, all over America, there are those who are trying to do away with any celebrations of Columbus Day. This is why we all need to support these activities, which honor a man who discovered the greatest country in the world. One note of sadness is that the school district of Philadelphia took away Columbus Day as a holiday this year. Something needs to be done, and we are a force that needs to deal with it. Thank you.
At this time, I'd like to invite up the Honorable Mark Squilla, who will be making some remarks. Thank you.
Thank you, and I want to say what an honor it is for me today to be here with my co-South Philly colleague, Councilman Johnson, who's from the southern part of Italy. I'm from the northern part. So we really appreciate you coming out here today, understanding what it means to have support for the Italian heritage and what they have brought to the city of Philadelphia and this great country. We have a resolution that we're reading, but this doesn't get done by itself, and I want to really give a great round of applause to the 1492 Society and all the work they have put forth to make the parade happen. I also like to thank my staff of 2 members that go to the meeting, Stevie Lauer and Marie Barron, along with Rhonda Simmons, Jen Slavic, Leo Procopio, and Ann Kelly, who put up with all the work and all the aggravation that goes along with trying to make a parade work. It's not an easy job, but it's well worth the effort. And also I want to thank, before we go on and read this resolution, we have some elected officials here, and I see State Rep Donatucci, who's present today, and she deserves a great round of applause for what she has brought to us. Also, my colleagues that are present, Councilman O, Councilwoman Gim, Councilman Greenlee, and Councilman Green, thank you for participating. And we will now read a resolution from Council that was signed by every member of the City Council of Philadelphia. Whereas 5 124 years ago, a courageous Italian visionary set out on what would become one of the most momentous journeys in annals of history. Christopher Columbus and the maps he charted to the New World were guided lights to every ship that came to America. Whereas the annual Philadelphia Columbus Day Parade began in South Philadelphia in 1957 and has since become one of the city's premier ethnic celebrations on October 9th, 2016. And 1492 Society will host the annual parade. In addition to the active participation of the Delaware Valley Italian Americans community, the Philadelphia Columbus Day Parade traditions include the world-famous Philadelphia Mummers String Bands Association, high school and elementary school marching bands, and many other marching groups representing various ethnic traditions of our great city. The parade seeks to foster a spirit of multiculturalism and respect for all people and all ethnic backgrounds. And
whereas Grand Marshal Danny Aiello, born Daniel Louis Aiello Jr. on June 20, 1933, in New York City, the son of an Italian-American parents, Francis Aiello and Daniel Louis Aiello Sr., and whereas Danny Aiello has had a long and illustrious career on stage and screens, both big and small, and even in the recording studio. And whereas Danny Aiello has received numerous Golden Globe and Academy Awards nominations for his roles in such memorable films as Moonstruck, Spike Lee's Do the Right Thing, Lieberman in Love, which won an Academy Award, Bang the Drum Slowly, The Godfather Part 2, Fort Apache the Bronx, The Purple Rose of Cairo, Once Around, Hudson Hawk, Once Upon a Time in America, one of my favorite ones, 29th Street, Ruby, Dinner Rush, City Hall, another one of my favorite ones, The Cemetery Club, and Lucky Number 11, just to name a few. Whereas, in addition to his numerous acting credits, Danny Aiello also tours with the singing jazz band Joe Gary and the Guys, led by band leader and drummer Joe Gary, and has performed at such venues as the Apollo Theater, the legendary Blue Note, and the House of Blues in Los Angeles. And
whereas Danny Aiello also received many awards for his philanthropic causes, including his work with Major League Baseball's Stand Up to Cancer campaign, the Last Garden Foundation, on behalf of the Pancreatic Cancer Research, his PSAs for various police and fire organizations, including post 9/11 events, and his work with veterans, HeartShare, and public television. Whereas in addition to the annual parade, Columbus Day festivities include an Italian festival showcasing the culture and cuisine of people of Italy. The Italian festival takes place at Marconi Plaza the day of the parade and includes food, dance, music from many diverse regions of Italy. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Council of the City of Philadelphia that we hereby designate the week of October 3rd through the 10th Christopher Columbus Italian American Heritage Week and honor Danny Aiello as Grand Marshal for the 2016 Columbus Day Parade. Further resolved, this engrossed copy of this resolution be presented to the Grand Marshal of the Parade Day, Danny Aiello, and to the 1492 Society as evidence of the sincere sentiment of this legislative body. Congratulations. Thank you. That's it. Mark. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Councilman. Okay, you're good. No, do your thing.
Okay, at this time, I want to recognize a few people who are here with us today. We had a dinner last night, and the 1492 Society every year honors some of the best people in the Italian community. Could Pat Oliveri of Pat's please stand, and Gino Vento. They are the epitome of preserving Italian tradition. Everybody knows who they are, and there are only two places in the world that you could get cheesesteaks, and it's Pat's and Gino's. Thank you, guys. Thank you for always being there for our community.
And if I can, I'd just like to thank our judges that are here today. I'd like to thank Judge Rosemarie DeFino Nastasi, Judge Carafiello, who's here, and of course, Angelo Foglietta. I'm sorry, have I missed anyone? If I did, I apologize, and we appreciate you being here. We are all honored, but we are also very proud of you for everything that you do for our city. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to invite Alicia Vitarelli of ABC 6 to join us here at the podium, and Alicia is going to make some remarks. I must have to say, Alicia has been wonderful with us, with the 1492 Society, and the whole Columbus Day Parade in general. She really does it from all her heart, and it shows. So I'd like to give a nice round of applause to Alicia Vitarelli. Thank you.
Thank you so much. After last night, the dinner last night at Galdo's, I always say October for an Italian American is like our Super Bowl the whole month, because we get a chance to celebrate our culture. And I love being Italian American, and I also, everyone who knows me knows this about me, I love a parade. I love parades so much, and we broadcast every parade that happens here in Philadelphia on 6ABC because it's so important, not just to our viewers, but to the entire community, because every parade gives people all across the city a chance to celebrate who they are, where they came from, where we're going, the city. And so this parade in particular on Sunday is special to me because I happen to be Italian American, but everybody is Italian on Columbus Day and for our parade. And so a few years ago when I got a chance to co-host this parade, and we have a great group of hosts, Pete Cherokee, of course, from Chickies and Pete's, and Michael DePilla, who is essentially the Italian guru of Philadelphia, as I'm coming to learn, and working on bringing a museum here to celebrate the culture and the people who have helped build this city. So it's a great event. Of course, the parade starts at 12:30. It just is the epitome of everything. It's a big celebration. People stay, they eat, there's merriment, and so it's so wonderful. And it also is a chance to celebrate people like the folks behind Pat's and Gino, so Frank and Gino and the families who have come here and who have been here. Frank, you were saying 1930, so Pat's came here in 1930 and still is family owned, and that's what it's all about. In 1966 for Gino's, and so decades go by and generations go by, and it's passed down and it stays in the family, and that's why Philadelphia is so special. All different cultures have come here and they have stayed here and they have built this city, and so because we love a parade, we know how important it is to thank our elected officials for helping keep these traditions, because we know how expensive they are, and we know though how important they are because they're appreciated by the people who live here. It helps maintain our identity as a city of Philadelphia. So thank you all who fight to keep the funding, and we hope that you'll join us either in person at Marconi Plaza or tune in at 12:30 on 6ABC on Sunday. Thank you guys so much.
This time I'd like to bring up to the podium a gentleman that has really got the parade back in Philadelphia. I forget how many years ago it was that we didn't have a parade. What year, Jody, was it? 2008, when there was no Columbus Day parade. It's this gentleman that contacted us and said, you guys better do something about this and get it going. And without his support and without that phone call that he made to us, guys like me, Pete Cherokee, Jody Della Barba, Lou Galdo, this parade wouldn't happen. So without this gentleman, we owe him a lot. And without him, Congressman Bob Brady, there would be no parade. So I want to thank him personally for everything he does to keep this parade going and to keep our culture going in Philadelphia. Remember, everyone, it's not about South Philadelphia, it's about Philadelphia. And we all need it, and we all need to come together and support the Italian community. Thank you. Congressman Brady.
Thank you, Mark. I appreciate that. Before I leave here today, I got to get a picture between them two guys right there. That's a feat. I got to get that picture, but I appreciate that. Thank you. And for all our Italian councilmen, thank you all for being here. You know, everybody's Everybody's Italian. And our jury commissioner, Dan Radine. Thank you, Dan. Dan, you got socks? No socks. Vacation. You've been on vacation a very long time. And another gentleman who is, believe it or not, for like 55 years has been my mentor. And I'm allowed to say he's my mentor, and I'm doing good things. I think today's a good thing. Robert D'Angelo. Bobby, thank you. Appreciate you. You know, a couple of years ago, I got a phone call from Jody Della Barbara. And the phone calls have never stopped since. I got a phone call and a phone call over and over again. But it was my pleasure to assist. I have the best of both worlds. My dad is Irish, my mother's Italian. And I constantly get who I like better and back and forth. So I understand some of the trials that we have in the city of our heritage and our traditions. But I think it was so important to keep our traditions alive, no matter what they may be. We do 13 or 14 parades and festivals. At one point in time, the administration, I think we're going to get a little bit of a change, couldn't afford them, didn't want to have them, and through a lot of good friends in the city, I was able to raise enough money that we could take care of all of our parades and festivals. Because I say it over and over again, if we lose our tradition, we lose our identity. And I'm never going to let that happen in the city of Philadelphia, to let us use our identity, no matter what that identity may be. We have great culture, and we need to keep our culture going. So it's my pleasure just to be a little part of this, and to continue to be a part of this and all the other ones. And I'd like to thank Lisa Vitarelli. Thank you, because Lisa, when you come, the cameras come, and we appreciate that. We appreciate that. Now you want to know why they have cameras. Look at that pretty face. That's why. Thank you. Thank you. I understand that it's not going to rain Sunday. We'll be fine. Don't worry about it. The hurricane's bouncing away. We'll be okay. She said fine. I believe her for sure. You heard it from right there. You heard it from the boss. But thank you for all your participation. All you come out and participate in all our parades and our festivities. Thank you. Appreciate it all, and let's keep it going. Thanks.
Okay, this concludes our ceremony. Everyone is invited across the hall for a light lunch. Thank you all. Thank you very much.
I also want to say, I did forget my one Irish person works in my office, Sean McMonagle. Sorry about that.